What the fuck going on, man? Uncle Spliff, man. Spliff DTV, man. Hey, we live in the funk, man. Fort Worth, Texas, man. Uncle Spliff had to come down and fuck with the sensation. They got the internet going crazy right now, Jack. I'm talking about Tony. What's up, big dog?
What up, what up, what up?
Man, how you been?
I've been better.
Hold on. You been better?
Been better.
Okay, for the last 2 weeks, homie, you've been having the internet talking. You know what I'm talking about? How does it feel to have this newfound fame, homie?
So this is a different type of fame because I'm just used to being Tony motherfucking Weirish bitch. But you know, now I'm bringing out more of my gangsterness out. So like, since I'm bringing more of my gangsterness out, like, you know, people are not really fucking with it. But some people fucking with it, but a lot of people are mad because, you know, I'm just a little bit too gangster. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Your gangsterous.
My gangsterness, like,
describe that to me.
Okay, so at first, you know, I just gave Tony motherfucking Weirish bitch, which is who I am. But now that I'm bringing out that gangster on these, like, you know, it's too much for them. They just act like it's just too much. So now I'm getting a lot of backlash. You know, everybody's talking shit. You know, they've been sharing my shit everywhere. And then the stuff that happened with OG Percy, you know, at first I had kind of got mad at him a little bit, you know, because I pulled up on him.
Okay.
You know about the situation with rolling up on OG Percy. Okay, so I rolled up on him, you know, greeted him, talked to him. He shook my hand. And a couple of days later, when the internet broke or whatever, he kind of like said a little bit of stuff that really wasn't, you know, it kind of like rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. But then again, I understood where he was going with, but he kind of like talked a tad bit of shit in his interview, you know, well, not on his interview, but on his live. So I was kind of like confused by that, but he cleared the shit up a little bit, you know, but that was the only thing that kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Okay, what rubbed you the wrong way?
When he kind of said something like, yeah, you know, I can't be around punks too long, you know, or something like that, which is understandable. You know, I get it, but, you know, at first, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. But then again, I do got to understand that, you know, not everybody is, you know, just going to be comfortable with being around a punk. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's what kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But I had to just grow up and understand that he was just doing what he needed to do to protect his brand.
So what led up to the connection with you and OG Percy? Was you taking the picture? Did you push up on Percy, or did Percy?
He cool. Like, you know, he told me, you know, he wanted to meet me. So, you know, I came over there, you know, shook his hand, talked to him. You know, he was like letting it be known, like, that what I'm doing, you know, keep going. Because, you know, I got a lot of people that was telling me, like, okay, what you doing? You know, I was getting congratulations. You know, people sending me support. I'm getting all this support from all these straight men. Bitches, you know, everybody supporting the Tony motherfucking Weirish bitch come up, you know, besides the hating group part of Fort Worth, Murder Worth, whatever you want to call it. And he told me, you know, pull up on him. You know, I shook his hand. He shook my motherfucking hand and gripped that motherfucker. Like, you know, I don't usually shake people's hand like that. You know, they say, you know, it depends on how hard you grip a hand.
We know how he shake. So
me and Squeak, I'm talking like I ain't a man my damn self. He gripped my motherfucking hand, and I thought he was finna yank my damn arm out because he squeezed my damn hand so damn hard. I still feel him shaking my hand. I feel like I'm shaking his hand right now. That shit hurt. That shit hurt. But you know, he a cool old dude. You know, I call him Papa.
Papa?
Yeah. I call him Papa.
Hey, you call your Papa, what you call me then?
Daddy.
Y'all crazy, man. So, like, the world, I know you did a lot of interviews talking about the controversy. But tonight, I want to talk about you.
Okay.
All right. Are you from Fort Worth?
Yes.
Originally?
Southside.
Southside, okay.
Okay, well, I'm Tony motherfucking Weirish bitch. That's what I go by. And I grew up on the south side of Fort Worth. I grew up around Morningside. You know, it's not, I know they got the different type of clique names and members and stuff like that. Well, I just specifically come from the Morningside of Fort Worth. You know, we call it Morningside. I grew up on the hill. I was gay. You know, I learned I was gay around, I want to say 8 or 9, and I learned that I had talent around the time when I became 16, when I came out to my mom. When I told my mom and my whole family I was gay, they kind of like disowned me for a little bit, and then I had to like kind of like find myself all over again. So I started finding out that I had talent, finding out about my rapping, finding out that, you know, I know how to do all these different things. Like, there was a lot of stuff, you know. I opened up a business at the age of 18. I opened my first business. I've done a lot of shit over the years. There's been a lot of stuff that I had to overcome to become the person I am. You know, like I done been through a lot of gangster shit. Like I say, I'm from the South Side.
So Tony, at 8 years old, at a little boy at 8, because most little boys at 8, 7, 6, you know, we want to shoot marbles, we want to experiment with bugs and, you know, ants, you know, just do the typical kid thing, right?
I wouldn't do none of that, but yeah.
So at 8, you didn't do these things. What led your mind to the aspect of where you felt what you felt? I feel like I'm attracted to men or boys, I'm gay.
Okay.
What led up to that? What made you feel that way? Like,
okay, so I really can't remember what age I was when I was walking home from school and a guy had picked me up. And it was between the age of, because I used to walk home from school at an early age. I lived, yes. I forgot how old I was though. But I already knew that I didn't like women. You know, coming up as a child, my mama and my other cousins and them, you know, every time we would all be together, they always say something like, "Oh, Tony, where your girlfriend at?" You know, when I would get to doing little bitchy little attitudes and shit, I'd be like, "Tony, you need to stop doing all that. Where your girlfriend at?" But I'm in my head, girlfriend, boyfriend, like, you know, like they. So, you know, I didn't really understand it, but all I knew was statistics is what says that men are supposed to be with women. I remember walking home from school and a guy had picked me up. I used to walk home from school every day by myself, and I used to see that same red truck driving, you know, past me at the same time. So it kind of got weird, but then again, I'm young. One day he stopped and he said, "You hot?" I was like, "Yeah, hell yeah." I was cussing back then. And he was like, "You want me to take you home?" I was like, "Yeah." And I ran to the car. He didn't have to say that twice. So I ran to the car, jumped in the truck. He drove me home. And it wasn't nothing. You know, he used to ask questions like, "You make good grades in school? You hungry? What y'all do in school today?" You know, just the typical grown man questions.
Making me feel comfortable.
You know, making me feel comfortable. He dropped me off. It was nothing. He did that for a couple of days. Actually, it went on months. And then one day, I got in the truck with him, and we didn't go home. We went somewhere else. You know, but I didn't ask no questions because, like I told you, you know, I had got comfortable enough with him. He did touch on me. You know, he did, you know, do little things and shit like that, and you know, he was like, you like that, and you know, shit like that. You know, asking me questions, kind of still making me comfortable. And so yeah, I was molested at a young age, and I ain't gonna lie, I liked it there.
So Tony, that's interesting. So look, at that age, having that experiment with a grown adult, and your mind is already formulated to the point where this is what you want. This is your choice as a little boy. So is it safe to say that he was possibly your first lover? He actually took your virginity? Is that the person that turned you out, or physically, from a physical standpoint?
No. So that's not my first love. Shit, is it? No.
You did say you enjoyed it.
Not so much as your love, like in love. Yeah. I mean, like your lover, like he physically went there with you first before you had any physical altercation with any male. I mean, not altercation, but any physical experience with any other guy. Was he your actual first? Like, did you actually
that was the first man. That was the first man.
Go there with you?
That was the first man that touched me. That was the first man that did any type of physical connection, touch with me at all.
Besides the touching, did y'all go there? I mean, like did he really like? Have
did we go all the way? No.
Yeah. Okay. So he wasn't your first.
No, that was not my first. But that was my first gay encounter.
Okay.
You know, and I didn't tell my mama about it. I didn't tell nobody about it. Shit, I was walking home from school again, waiting on him again. You know, so every day I used to get excited. But after that day, I never saw him again. That's crazy. You know, I used to walk home from school. I used to be like walking home, like standing there for walking slow, like going to the house, like waiting a little bit, you know, but never saw him again.
Oh, wow.
I never told my mama about it, but, well, no, I did tell my mama about it, but I recently told her like this, like about 2 years. I was grown as fuck.
Oh, okay.
And she got mad, you know, and crying and shit, you know, doing all of that stuff. I'm like, what? Like, why you doing all that? She's like, Tony, I did not know that happened. I'm like, what did you mad for? I liked it, Dad. It's okay. That shit felt good. You know, it's okay.